Okay, I just wanted to show you what I'm adding on in case you're not too sure where you want to add at the bottom. I said that you can add a few extra ones. So I've added this one. It originally is sitting like this. And it's okay, it's alright if that's what you want, but I prefer it to add one here and one here. So that one I've added, that one I've added. Now on the pattern that I give you, I'll show you where I've added them in. I'll do them in a different color or something, but that's the one there, that's the one there. Then this one is being added here, that's got to be on there too. And I'll be adding one over here. So just so you can see to the bottom, so that might be the hardest one, and this one, but these two are pretty easy. And as I say, I'll draw it in a different color on the pattern so that if you want it, you can put it in, because this is the pattern. And I'll put them right at the bottom here. And if you want to put yours in, you can. I just prefer it because it gives it a little bit of an even edge at the bottom, but it's not even, it's just a little different. So I'm going to do mine like that. And yeah, so let's keep going. So here is the finished product of the bottom. We have added my motifs. I added this one, that one, the pink and the yellow one over here. This one was here. So I've added these over here. Now it all, not that one, this one. These go in sync nicely, these four, but this doesn't. But it looks fine when it's on. You don't notice it, and it's just a better finish than the other one. And you can see that's when you put your jacket on, this is going to be your right hand side. So your right hand side has got the three like that. So, you know, that's up to you as to how you want to do it. You can just keep going, because if you put another one in here and here and here, you know, it might look a bit better. But I'm happy with the way mine is. And when it's on, it looks really great. So therefore, I'm going to just quit and do mine here. I'm going to finish putting these in here. And then I'm doing my border. So, yeah, let's keep going. Alright, so to make your insert for here, these will all have to be sewn in. You can leave yours without putting these little inserts in if you want to. It makes my flower stand out more, and I just preferred it in. I did try different methods. I tried making a lacy one here. But ultimately, when I asked everyone's opinion, this one ended up being the favorite. So that's the one that I'm going to go with. And it's pretty easy. All that you have to do is just get your thread on your hook with a slip stitch, and then we're going to start. I'm going to start anyway. Your first row, you're going to be doing 1 double crochet and then skip 1 and 1 double crochet. So I want to skip. And then you're going to skip these ones over. You're not going to skip, you're going to do a treble here. So this will be a treble. You'd be skipping one and starting one, skipping one, starting one. So I'm going to go in here. I don't want to start right over there. So now I'm doing a treble in this one. So just go, then that one will be skipped, do one, skip one, do one. So I'm going to go into this one with a single crochet, and then I'm going to chain 2. To stand for my first double crochet. Okay, then I'm going to skip one, go into my next one, and this is not, it's kind of free form again, you know, it's not the end of the world if you're going into a different one. To me, you know, like here it's a little bit tricky to see where. I just know that there's one there, so I'm going to go into the next one over here, and I'm going to skip this one, and I'm going to go into this one. You know, the main thing is that you're having fun, you're enjoying what you're doing. It's not that there's this major law, but you've got to get it in the right stitch. Now, some things you do have to. But with this one, you know, it's like I say, it's more free form. So, and you got to, the only negative with this is you're having to stop and start, so you've got threads to sew in. But, you know, sometimes you just have to do that. Okay, so it's 1 double crochet, skip 1, and now in this one, in between your flowers, your petals, you're doing a treble. You just do a treble there, and then you skip the next one, which would be there, and you go into the next. So it's only in between your petals, not here. You don't do that there. That you just keep doing what you're doing. Skip, go in here. This is really the only place where it's a little bit tricky. It's where you join them. Skip one, go in here, do another treble, I can see it. Okay, skip one, go in here. Now, if you find that you can't skip one, just go into there. Like I say, it's not the end of the world. You basically want to keep this pattern because you don't want too many of these double crochets. Skip one, and I have had to do a double was right there, and then I did a treble, so don't worry about that. Anyway, I'm going to go around. When I get back here, I'll meet you here. I'm coming to the end here, and I did my treble there. I skipped one and I did a double there, and now I've got to skip one. And now look, so now there I skipped one, and this is my beginning one, so I'm going to just go into this space with a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 3, and now you're going to do 1 double in each one of these stitches. Okay, so I'm going to do a double. So each one of the stitches you do a double, except for the middle space and where you joined them. You're going to skip those. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. So you do 1 in each, except for here. You can see this is where I did my treble. Now you can either skip this one and go in there, or you can go in this one, skip that one. Just skip one of these. So I'll go in the first one, I'll skip the next one, and then I'll go into the next. Okay, so you're skipping one there, and then you're going to skip where you joined your 2 leaves. Let's just turn this out. This is where you skip your other one. You see where your 2 petals joined? Just skip one and go into the next one. It's just so it doesn't become too bunchy. So those are the places that you skip, and you're going to do that for the whole round. So wherever you see you've got a petal joined, like here, I go in there and I skip this one. Go in there, skip that one, and go in the next one. And then the only other place is here. So, well, I might as well show you. So I go in here, and then I skip the one. So I'm going to skip that one and go in here. So do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you. Yes, I did my last one there, and I'm going to just slip stitch into the top of that one. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1, and you're going to do a single crochet in each one of the stitches. So I'm going to make one in here because else it stretches too far. Okay, so you did your chain 1, and I'm doing a single crochet in this very first space, and then you do 1 single in each of the spaces. So go ahead and do 1 single crochet in each one, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so now I'm at the end of that round, and you're going to just do a slip stitch into your very first single crochet that you had made. Okay. Now you might want to get yourself one of these safety pins or a marker of sorts, and just mark over here, because it's a little bit difficult to see where your beginning was. Okay, so now I know I'm more or less over there. Now you're going to do 1 single, and then you're going to skip one. 1 single, skip one. So I'm chaining 1, and I'm going to skip this one, and I'm going to do a single in the next. And this is all you're doing for this round. Skip 1, 1 single. Skip 1, 1 single. Skip 1, 1 single. And it's a little bit tricky because you've got to keep turning your work around. But this is the last round. So now it's skip 1, 1 single. Skip 1, 1 single. Skip 1, 1 single. And skip 1, and I'll just go into this stitch over here. So skip that one, and I'll just go into this first one over here. So I say it's not an exact science. Just go in there. Okay, and I'm going to slip stitch, and that's it. And then you've made your insert. Now, if you don't like the hole being that big, you could make yours smaller. You could do another round of single crochet. Skip 1, single crochet, skip 1. It's up to you. I just prefer it with a bit of a hole because some of this does have holes in it, and I didn't want it all to be dense while some of it has holes. As you can see here, those have holes in, so I didn't want all of it to be dense and not have holes in. Now you can see I went a little bit tighter with this one versus this one, so my hole is slightly bigger. So be aware of that. It's not the end of the world, but if you want them to be the same size, then you don't want to go too tight and too loose on the one. Anyway, so that's how you do your insert. So you can go ahead and fill all of yours in. Now, I'm not filling that in, okay? I'm just filling in these like triangles over here, not those. So go ahead and fill yours in, and then I will meet you again and we'll do the rest of the garment. But what we're going to do for our borders is, the very first thing that we're going to do, we're going to start on the one side. Now just remember, on here my sleeves are over here and over here. I don't know if you put yours together, but if you didn't, these two flowers over here need to be attached, just these two, and it's pretty easy to see. It's the ones that are flapping around. If you haven't done yours, I think that I told you to. I'm picking up on this jacket a little bit later, so I'm not 100% sure, but these two need to be joined together. If you didn't join them, you can just sew them together or join them as we go around, but those two petals need to be joined, and that's just here at the top by the sleeve. So that's what you need to do. But anyway, we're going to start at the bottom of, here's the sleeve, so this is at the bottom of the one side, and I'm going to start, yeah, you can, because we're going all the way around, we're going to go all the way around, so you can start with the right side facing you. So I just started in the one petal over here. You could start on this one as well, because we're going to go all the way around, but I'll just start over here. Then what you're going to do, this is kind of free form. Alright, so you're going to chain 6. You're going to start on this petal over here. Now we're going to do a double crochet, chain 3, one on each side. So one here, and then the next one will be there. So start with chain 6, which is for your double crochet, and chain 3, and then come over here. This is basically free form. So then 1, 2, 3, and then when you're coming down, you're going to do trebles, because you're going to be lower down here. So do a treble here, because we want our stitches more or less even. So I can't have a double down there with a double here, because it's not going to be even. Okay, and then I'm going to do another double round about here, and chain, sorry, I needed to chain 3. So you do your treble, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then another treble on this side, more or less the same place, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a double on this side, whoops, double over here, chain 3, and a double over here, either there or there, it doesn't really matter. Let's put it closer. Double there, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3. It might be a little bit close. And then we're going to put our treble over here, one treble here, chain 3, and then another treble on this side over here, chain 3, and that's basically what we're going to be doing this whole way around our jacket. And it's just giving us a foundation. Now they're not exactly even, because this is just giving us a bit of a foundation to build something else on this border, and it's still going to have a bit of a curve, which is what I like. So these ones in here in between are all going to be trebles, because these are much higher. So these are they should actually be more than trebles, but I'm going to just keep them at trebles. So I've got that one coming up the leaf. Now we'll do another one. Let's do it kind of here, treble, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then another treble just after that, kind of here, and then 1, 2, 3, Okay, so we're going to kind of stick to how many we have. So we would have had another one here, so we're going to put another treble in here, and then one more, 1, 2, 3 on the same leaf kind of here. And I'll go through this again with you. 1, 2, 3, and then on this leaf again, it was kind of here, flower or petal, whatever it's called. Do a treble, triple, treble, triple, whichever. 1, 2, 3, and then got to do a double on this side. And that's the pattern that we're going to be using. And then 1, 2, 3, another double on this side. 1, 2, 3, and then a treble down here. 1, 2, 3, and a treble on this leaf, flower, petal, and then chain 3, and then a double over here, one on this side, 1, 2, 3, and a double on this side. And then once again we do our treble further down, 1, 2, 3, and then our treble down here again. And this is all that you're going to do. I'll show you what it looks like as we doing this now. Let me just do this one. Treble over here, 2, 3, and then a double on this side of the petal. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, and a double on this side. Let's put it over there. And 1, 2, 3, and then a treble. Now this is our flat portion again. We're heading there, so these will all be trebles there. So we do our treble round about here. And 1, 2, 3. There was a treble on this one. 1, 2, 3, and then a double this side of your leaf petal. 1, 2, 3, and on this side. And then you're doing your doubles again. So let me show you what it's looking like. Alright, so your basic pattern is that you're doing a double crochet on this side, and all of them are separated by chain 3. So you're doing one on this side of your petal and this side. Then you're doing a treble here and a treble here. So double on each side, one treble down the middle, one treble down the middle. And then for this part, these are all trebles here. So it's a treble down that side, a treble, this you would have done a treble going up there. Then you would have done a double on this side and a double on that side. So now you're doing it on that side. Treble down, a treble up, a double on each side. So it's the same pattern all the way around. Let me show you this side again. Okay, so you have a double on the top of your petal and a double on the top. Okay, double there. Treble in the middle of the petal, treble in the middle of the petal. Treble at the top, treble at the top. Treble in the middle of the petal, treble in the middle. A double and a double. And then a treble down here, and then because this is the flat part, these stay treble. So that's going to be a treble on this side, a treble on this side. Okay, be sure that there are trebles. I think I might not have done a treble, yeah. Be sure to have these as trebles. That's a treble because you want these to be a little higher. With 1, 2, 3, and then a treble on this side. 2, 3, and then a treble down the petal, in the middle of the petal. And that's what you're going to be doing. Now if I find that there's something I need to show you, I will definitely show you. So this is all that you're doing, nothing to it. A double crochet at the top, double at the top. So double at each top, a treble in the center of the petal, treble in the center, 2 at the top, 1 in this center, 1 in there. And when it's going flat, these are all trebles. That's exactly the same. And then you had 1 there, 1 there. This is the same, a treble there and a treble over here. So go ahead and do that. If you're unsure, just re-watch what I'm saying here and I'm going to do that all the way around my jacket, and that's just going to give me the very basis of what I'm needing for my border. So go ahead and do that all the way around your jacket, and when we get back here I'll meet you here. Alright, so once you've gone all the way around, you're going to you finish with a chain 3 and just slip stitch into this chain space, your very first chain space that you had done. Alright, and you should be looking like this. Now I'm going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to do a double crochet in here. Then I'm going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to do a double crochet. So you did a chain 3 and a double in this first one. Now where you have your leaves, 1, 2, 3, I'm doing 3 doubles together in these spaces. So I'm going to do, and it's chain 3 after that one. So 1 double, okay, you don't finish it, then you're going to the next one, whoops, and you don't finish it, you just go through 2, and then this one, go through 2, and then you go through all 3 of them, and it looks like that. Then you do chain 3, and I'm going to do a double in this one, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we've got to do our 3 together again. So where your petals dip like that, those are the ones that you're doing together. So 1 in there, 1 in the middle one, 1 in that one, and then through all of them, 1, 2, 3, and you should be looking like this. Okay, so now I chained 3, and don't go in the same one, be careful. There's my next one, 1 double, chain 3, and then here are our next ones that we're doing together. So in between your petals, those are the ones you're doing together. So in there, and in this one, and then through all of them, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then in this one, just a double, 1, 2, 3, and then you've got 3 again. And just follow your design here. Where you need to do your doubles together, that's where you do them, and where you don't, you just do a double. Chain 3, double in here, chain 3, and now I can see there's another set. So 1, 1, and 1 in there, and then through all of them, and 1, 2, 3. Now if you find that yours is pulling too much, you know, we all crochet at a different tension, and if it's pulling too tight, you're going to have to do some extra chains in between. Instead of chain 3, maybe do chain 4 or something. It just depends on your tension. Mine is alright so far. It's a little bit snug here, but I think I'm going to just keep going and see. As I say, if it's pulling too much, just add an extra chain or 2. And some places you might want to leave it with 3, and then some places, like here, I could have added an extra one, so I should actually just have gone back and undone it. But I didn't. I'm going to do it now. So where you feel you need a few more chain, do so. If you don't, then don't. Like here, coming from here, it's possible that you need an extra one. So just add an extra chain. It's not going to hurt anything. I do a lot of my stuff free form, and that's why that's how all my borders I just do generically. All my borders I just do free form. I don't have a set, you know, if I need an extra stitch, then I put it in. 1, 2, 3, and let's see. Yeah, see, that helped putting an extra one in. It just stops it. You always want your work to lie flat. You don't want it to pucker. So I might go back and redo this just to make it better. But yeah, 4 chain, 3 to 4 chain you want to have in between here. And you might find you're doing 4 chain and going happily along, and then all of a sudden it starts looking like it's too many. Well, then back off and go on to 3 again. So I'm giving you that liberty here to play with yours. If you need 4, put 4. If you need 3, put 3. If you need 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 3, whichever works for you, go ahead and do that. And yeah, so you should be looking kind of like this, and just follow your pattern. the only places you're doing them together are in between your petals. So if you don't have the petals, just do like here. This one now is coming close to this. This is a petal over here. So you would do these three together. Alright, so don't skip like here. So do these three together, just one, and then these three together. Just because it's like that doesn't make a difference. Between your petals, you're going to be bringing them together. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. If I find I need to tell you anything else, I will come back to you. But otherwise, that's all that you're doing. Your chain 3 or 4, and then your 3 doubles together, and then your chains and a double crochet in there. So yeah, keep doing that all the way around, and I'll meet you back now. Alright, so once you've come around here, you're going to just come into this very first chain space that you had made here. Just slip stitch in there. Okay, now for this round all the way around, you're going to just do double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all we're going to do. We're going to do 4 double crochets in each one of these chain spaces. Now if yours pulls too tight, go ahead and do 5, or do a few extra, and if it's too loose, then you want to do less. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a good balance, so our tension is good. But as I say, just go into each one of these chain spaces with a double crochet. Go up all the way around your jacket, all the way around here, all the way around. If I get to a spot where I feel we need to bring it in a little bit, I will let you know, but otherwise we're just going to keep going all the way around until you get back to the beginning here, and then I'll meet you back here. Alright, so I've come all the way around, and I'm going to just do a slip stitch into this very first stitch, and I'm going to do chain 3. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Now you can see that you've got 4 double crochets, 4 double crochets. We're going to go into each one of these, so we end up with 3. So that's my first one, and then I'm just going into this space here, 2, and then this one 3. Okay, and then I'm not going to go into this one. I'm going to skip over, and I'm going to come in here. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. So for each out of that 4, you're going into the space there. Okay, and I'm not going in this middle one. Okay, so I'm just going in these 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's what we're going to do all the way around for this round. So I'm just going to keep going with that, and I will meet you once we get to the bottom again. So just remember, in each one of these, you're not going in that one, you're not going in there, you're just going in 1, 2, 3. Not that one, then 1, 2, 3, not that one, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I'll meet you back here. Alright, so for the next round, we're going to do the same thing. You're just going to start over here again, and you're going to go into each one of these with a double crochet. So we're going to do another round, but it's in every single one of these. So you can go ahead and do that, and then I'll meet you back here again. Alright, so to do our very last row, I've already started mine, but you do the beginning exactly the same as you do all your beginnings. You just start with your chain 3. But this round, really, we're doing treble. So you're going to go around and go into this space. So you go into each space. So you go into each space, and you just go through. You're doing 2 trebles together. That's what we're doing. So you go through 2, then you leave those on, and you make another yarn over twice in the next stitch. Go through 2, go through 2. And then you go through all of these, and then you're going to make a picot. 1, 2, 3, and then you go through these 2 stitches here with a single crochet, and that's all we're doing. So wrap your yarn around twice, and you're just going into each stitch. So I go in the next stitch, go through 2, go through 2, leave that on, wrap your yarn around twice, go into the next stitch, go through 2, go through 2, and then you go through the last 3, and then your picot. 1, 2, 3 chain, and these 2 that are lying over here, these 2 are the ones that you're going into with a single crochet, and that's all that you're doing, and you're going to get this look. Okay, so yarn around twice in there, go through 2, go through 2, yarn around twice, next space, go through 2, go through 2, go through all of these, 1, 2, 3 chain, go through these 2 with a single crochet, and just keep repeating that. And that is all that you're going to be doing, and it's going to give you this border on your edge. Yeah, and I'm just doing that all the way around, and when I come to the bottom, once again just go into the top of your stitch or into the bottom of the stitch, whichever makes you happy, and that's your jacket. So alright, so to wrap up our jacket, just a few things. You'll see by your sleeves, I've actually already crocheted mine up, but you'll find that you have a bunch of smaller holes. Wherever you see those smaller ones, if you want to go ahead and crochet them together, do so. I did. I'm just going to see if I got one. Well, this is the normal ones. These we didn't crochet. You can see throughout the jacket, these ones are not crocheted together. Those are left, but by my sleeves, there were too many because they're kind of odd ones because of the way we connected our jacket. So I went ahead and I actually crocheted them together. Some of them come out a little poofy like this, but it's okay. It looks fine with the jacket. One thing, you can make it slightly smaller. So do row 1 and leave your second row of double crochets out and just do the next row. In fact, just one row. Work it out. Don't, if it's going too bulky, then just do less rows. But I just wanted to fill mine in, so I leave that up to you as to how many you want to fill in. But you can actually fill them all in if you want to, but I didn't want to do that. So if you want to, go ahead and fill them all in. Now, I think I did tell you in the video that in your back, here's your one sleeve. There's your one sleeve, and here's your other one. In your back, I didn't actually crochet mine together, but I think that I told you to crochet them together. Just in case these two get crocheted together or they get sewn together, I'm going to go ahead and just sew mine together because I hadn't crocheted them together. But I think I did tell you to do that. But yeah, other than that, everything else is done. I can't think of anything else. I don't have buttons for mine. I don't need buttons on mine. If you do, go ahead and put them on. But otherwise, yeah, I can't think of anything else. Congratulations if you've got this far and you've managed to make your jacket. It was quite a task, but definitely worthwhile. I love my jacket, nice and warm. And yeah, that's it. So, thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you need any help, feel free to ask me. I'll help you the best that I can. And remember, I have a Facebook, I have a blog, and it's all at in the info box down the bottom that you can just scroll down and have a look and find. So yeah, until I see you in my next video. Bye guys.